Yeah, yeah, yeah. Brooklyn. It's the WGIS, nothing less, giving it straight to your chest. Yeah, yeah. Know what? No chaser. Yeah, yeah. Come on. What's the name? It's the WGIS, nothing less, giving it straight to your chest. No chaser.
Welcome to
Sir.
another edition of the Rundown, WGI Sports Media. It's your boy, the Drum Major, with my right-hand man, my partner, the chef, Vlad. What it do, man?
Oh man, it's crazy, baby, but I'm good. I'm good.
Had to
I'm
take
good. The finals is over. College World Series was coming to an end.
Yes.
Hockey's almost coming to an end. Football's about to start. The frozen tundra.
That is the only bad news about this. That the finals is over. That means the NBA season has come to a close.
Yes, sir.
It has come to a close. Quite an interesting NBA season, I might add.
Yes, sir.
A lot of things has uncovered itself. This is
Yes,
the year.
sir.
This is the year 2024, the year of truth, the year of
Yes.
exposure. Of
Yes.
course, you know, Brother Cat Williams done set it off on Club Shay Shay, and it's just so far we're halfway through the year, and there's been a bit of unraveling. There has been a bit of unraveling, Chef,
Heavy
even in sports.
sports.
Yes, sir.
Heavy.
Heavy. And before I get to that, you know what we got to do? We got to pay homage and respect to our sponsors
Yes, sir.
that pays our bills.
Yo, I seen what's coming this fall, B.
Yeah.
I seen what's coming this fall.
Yeah, we got
Sponsors wise, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. We got something new coming. But we're gonna hold off on that till all time. Yes. But for starters, well, we're gonna shout out the ones we got now. We're starting off with Sugar Water Radio, Sugar Water TV. Shout out to Franchise and New Girl. You know that's family over there.
Big time.
Got their empire. Also, they got Music Real Estate, headed by Mr. Sadiq Bryant and our boy Delano Robinson, top agents of the Music Real Estate. If you want your spins, if you're an artist, domestically and internationally, aspiring artist, you got some great music out there, you want to get some spins, hit him up, Mr. Sadiq, or our boy Del, frontman for Music Real Estate. They hear your music, you talk to them, they hear your music. If they like your music, you will get put on.
For real,
yes,
we've seen it in action.
We've seen it in action. Yes, sir. A lot of testimonies, a lot of happy artists.
Facts.
You know what I mean? Music Real Estate, the branch of Sugar Water Radio, Sugar Water TV, headed by Franchise and New Girl. That's our people over there. Also, what they got under their umbrella is their show, The Liquid Truth.
Ooh.
Gossip and entertainment, equaling infotainment. That is their word. Don't try to steal it. They already trademarked it, and they'll sue your ass.
Yeah.
Gossip and entertainment, infotainment. That is what they provide. And Sugar Water Radio, Sugar Water TV, the latest in trends, the latest in hot topics going on in sports and entertainment. And that's how they do. They get it done. Yes, sir. So shout outs to them. Graph Inks, photography and multimedia advertising for any and all occasions, including weddings, wedding showers, bridal showers, stripper parties, bachelor parties. Conversely, divorce parties. You know, I got my tax money party. Free blank parties. Such and such is coming home parties. Bar mitzvahs, quinceañeras, sweet 16s, and gender reveals.
Facts.
Graphics does not judge. Just
No.
send them their bread, and they'll make your event memorable. That's it.
That's it. Settle with the
That's
bread.
That's it, baby. That's it.
That's it, man.
You know what I'm saying? Just send them their bread. They come over.
Snap, snap.
Yep. They snap. They do it right, Bobby. That's
it. Spanish Harlem way.
You understand me? So that is Graph Inks.
No doubt.
Get your mind right, get your vibrations up, get your consciousness right and consciousness up with inspiremotivationaltees.com. That is one word, www.inspiremotivationaltees.com. Graphics with powerful messages on quality tees. I am the most popular sale. That's a movement over there. It's not just about wearing a shirt, it's about raising your vibrations and consciousness and starting a movement of people recognizing their true selves and their God selves. That's what Inspire Motivational Tees is all about. So go over to the website, copy yourself a tee, www.inspiremotivationaltees.com.
And mind you, this is on the back heels of Juneteenth that we're mentioning.
Yes.
The back heels of Juneteenth. Get your minds right.
Absolutely. Get your mind right.
Right.
Emancipate yourselves.
Yes.
Yeah,
Don't go around saying happy Juneteenth, because that's not what this is.
That's not really what this is about. No,
you missed the message. Get that shirt.
Yeah, get
your
shirt.
vibrations.
Get it, get it up. Pause. Get it up. Pause.
Sure.
But last but certainly not least,
yeah.
Fat Boy Coffee. Shout out to Rock and Coach Lonnie, major contributors, major distributors of the brand. Upon your first purchase of coffee, you get a 10% discount using code WGIS1. Again, using code WGIS1 upon first purchase of Fat Boy Coffee. Gourmet coffee of different flavors. Delight to the taste buds.
Yes.
Get yourself a bag. Yes, sir.
Or two.
Coffee. Yeah, get yourself a bag or two or three.
Three?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
But just don't forget to put that promo code in there.
Put the promo code in there so you can get that little discount. Yes, sir.
Help us help you.
Yes, Chef.
Yo.
It's time to say goodbye to another wonderful season. Or really was it? Let's talk about the finals, Chef. We're gonna start it off. The NBA season's come to the end, and we're gonna talk about the NBA finals. Chef, a lot of Fraganackle Bull has went down.
Oh.
And we can speak about it because we don't have to be PC because we're not owned by anybody. Unlike other major networks and sports programs and sports shows that keep up with the narrative and talk on a basic level about how to play, how the game was, how the final is. But Chef, we know what it is. We know what it is. And I'm gonna come right on and say it. The script was glaringly obvious. Glaringly obvious. Jeff, the script was glaringly obvious.
Yeah.
Shout out to the Celtics, though, winning 4-1.
But we called it, though. It's not like we didn't say it was going to go down.
No, Chef, salute to you, sir. Salute to you. Got to get credit.
Team effort.
You
team
called
effort,
it.
Baby. Team
you
effort.
Said, people, and I quote, Chef,
sir.
Basketball, let's remind people. This is the Chef's wheelhouse, basketball. He is a former player. He's a former AAU coach. He coaches. He understands the nuances of the game. He also understands that the fix be in. And he also had some foresight. We gotta remind him, Chef. Yeah. You said in the earlier parts of this season, all roads leads to Boston.
Yeah. It was too easy. Yeah. Because listen, it was set up from previous season, man. Listen. Yeah. When Boston last year ended that last season run and they lost, you seen it right there that, you know what? Boston's on the cusp.
Yeah.
Boston is there. You know what I mean? They just need help. I didn't know KP was coming. I didn't know that. I didn't know they was going to trade whatchamacallit to Memphis. I didn't see that coming.
Shocker.
Shocker.
Yeah.
Shocker. I said, but they don't. And I said to myself, man, they don't have no pieces, but all roads lead through Boston. There's something about them. I'm just not. It was that energy, that vibe.
Yeah.
And apparently someone else caught it. They said, let's write this script.
Yeah.
Let's write this. And
yeah.
And it was born. Boston was off to the. I mean, they had a strong start. Once they announced that, KP was going to Boston, I was like, and there's the firepower.
Mm-hmm.
There's the firepower right there. And then Jaylen Brown. So shout out, Jaylen Brown is the man. Listen, that man is more than basketball. He's something else.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's something else.
Yeah. Much deserved being the finals MVP. Although the media, although I gotta add, Chef, the media was trying to spark a little controversy. Well, they're not trying to. They have been. They was trying to spark dissension and controversy between him and Jason Tatum. So now the latest instigation is that Jaylen Brown averaged about 27-5 in the finals, while Jason Tatum averaged 22-7-5. I'm not sure if my numbers are accurate, but I do know for sure. As far as point averages, Tatum averaged more than Jaylen throughout the finals, but yet Jaylen won the MVP. So you see it on media and social media, like how they try to spin it, implicating that Jaylen is looked upon as a better player, or whether or not Jaylen deserves it. There's some implication there in the wording. You could see through the wording. You could definitely see through the wording. You know how the media do. They try to be slick and play innocent, but the writing and the way it's quoted, there's definitely implications there. So that also aggravates that fake controversy about who's a better player, Tatum and Brown. So salute to Brown, making it known that there's no issue between them. I mean, he when he spoke at the podium, he put his arms around Jason Tatum, was like, "This is my brother. We won it together."
Batman and Robin.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
The power of three is gone. We've been saying it. You've been saying it. Shout out to you, Ja. You from day one said, listen, the power of three is gone. That superpower team is gone.
Yeah.
You know, that died. Because it was epic failures across the board if it wasn't genuine. And a lot of teams tried to copy, emulate, and build what Golden State had, and it just didn't work. And at one point, Golden State, it didn't work for them.
It didn't work for them either. That's right.
So shout out to you, John, on that, on picking that up. But the main factor is that both Boston Celtics team is genuine. That wasn't manufactured. That was homegrown.
Homegrown, yes.
With pieces added.
With pieces added.
So I don't know what people thought this season was going to be. The only surprise to me was the Mavs, but the West was weak though.
You think so?
I think so. If the Mavs the Mavs, shout out to them. I'm not saying that they made it on a humble. The Mavs, what they went through with the Knicks in the trade and Jalen Brunson and all this controversy around them and tanking last season, getting the I forgot what pick that was. I think the 9th or 7th pick or something like, I don't know. Anyway,
to get Derek Lively.
Yeah, that was huge for them. That was huge for them. But what I'm saying is, you had Denver that couldn't push themselves out of the playoffs, the first round. You had Minnesota, a new homegrown team, coming through the ranks. They are also missing pieces. That's why they spiraled out after the first round. And then you had the Lakers that wasn't going to make it into the play-in. I mean, barely made it out to play-in. but didn't make it out the play-in or whatever the case may have been. And they're having issues on top of issues that the draft is not going to fix. They got a lot of issues. So, with that being said, you had the Mavs, that was the sleeper in the West. You know what I mean? That's why I said there was no superpower team. It was just teams that everybody was just sleeping on, that nobody thought Minnesota was going to come out of there. But then when Minnesota got hot, it was like, yo, they beat Denver. Oh man, that's the team to watch. But look what happened. They lost to the Mavs, I believe, right?
Yep.
So there we go. And in the West, it was, teams were hurt. Everybody was hurt, limping into the playoffs. Miami have a whole seat. You didn't have nobody. You know, say Pat Riley even said, "Shut up, have a seat." Say you're not in the playoffs. You don't have no seat at the podium. You're not the main character. Have a seat.
Yeah.
So that left Philly, New York, and Boston. Well, at this point, it looked like all roads was going. You had to go through New York to get to Boston. And that's exactly what happened with the Pacers. Pacers had to play the Knicks. Knicks got eliminated. They had to play Boston. Boston eliminated them. And here we are in the finals.
Yeah. So that's some great points. But here's where the fixes come in. This is what I want to touch on with watching the whole NBA Finals series. Clearly, it was obvious that the call came in that this game needed to be extended.
Yeah.
To Monday. To game 5. They didn't want to sweep. And here's my theory as to why they didn't want to sweep. Because that wasn't the ideal matchup that people expected to see, number one. And I imagine that the ratings were down. With the advent and the uprising of women's college basketball and the WNBA, with the major superstar college basketball transitioning over into the WNBA, the men's basketball is sinking.
Yeah.
In terms of ratings, and this matchup wasn't an ideal matchup. Boston and Dallas. Nobody really wanted to see that. Everybody was speaking about Boston, Denver. Even the conversations about the Knicks being in the mix, the Knicks making it to the Eastern Conference Finals. People expected the Knicks and Boston to be must-see TV, but unfortunately, the Knicks didn't have nobody. They wouldn't have had nothing for Boston.
No.
They wouldn't have had nothing for Boston at all. So it was a blessing that they got eliminated by the Pacers. But with them limping and hobbling through the playoffs and taking the Pacers to 7, that's saying a lot. But as you could see, even with the Pacers having only one man down, Hathorn, they were basically full squad, and they couldn't deal with the Celtics. The Celtics swept them. So although there were some close games, there was some hard-earned wins, but it was still a sweep at the end of the day. So that just exposed the talent of Indiana at the level that they are, and so it's clear to see that Indiana were in 6th place for a reason. They just happen to be lucky and not be hurt and healthy, because they beat 2 powerhouse teams that were laboring and limping through the playoffs. Because if Dame and Giannis are playing, Indiana's eliminated first round.
First round.
Straight up. They're eliminated first round.
No question.
JB was playing with second and third stringers and took Indiana to 7.
7 with 7 string.
Yes. It was JB in the bench.
Yeah, pretty much.
You know what I'm saying?
Pretty much.
That took Indiana to 7.
With a third string backup point guard that was playing the 2.
Right. They were battered and bruised. Still took them to 7. So part of me is glad that they lost, because it wouldn't have been entertaining. It wouldn't have been exciting nor entertaining to see them play against Boston. That would have been painful to watch. Very painful to watch. They had nothing for them.
Here's the thing, John. I think a lot of TVs turned off after the Indiana New York Knicks series.
I would think so. I would think so.
I'm not saying that, the NBA lost half their ratings. That'd be crazy talk. But
Yeah.
a lot of fans turned off their TV when the Knicks lost to Indiana because global wide, there's a lot of Knicks fans all around the planet.
Yeah, Knicks fans are literally global.
Yeah.
And I've said a lot. The playoffs are more exciting when the Knicks are involved in it. They don't even have to go. They don't even have to go all the way, but just the Knicks being part of the playoffs, it elevates the level of excitement for the NBA.
It does.
It truly does.
It does.
Because when you play at the Garden, it's raucous.
Oh.
And every player and every opposing player says this.
They do.
MSG,
they get up for it.
Yeah, they get up for it. MSG is stamped.
Yeah.
They know what it is. So there's a more exciting feeling and energy when the Knicks are involved in the playoffs. It's just what it is. I mean, the playoffs are the playoffs. The Knicks haven't been in the playoffs prior to the last 3 out of the 4 years. The Knicks haven't been in the playoffs. I mean, it were good, but it was like, well, it's nice. Yeah, it's nice. So, but when they ended, they're like, yo, we're gonna watch the Cavs and the Magic, but then and then after that we're gonna watch Knicks and Philly. It brings the excitement.
Three names
yeah.
ring a bell.
Mm-hmm.
First one, Van Gundy.
Mm-hmm.
Second one, Woody.
Yeah.
Third one, Tibbs.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Those are the 3 eras where the Knicks basketball was relevant.
Yeah. Yeah.
So to your point, Ja, that's where all these prolific coaches made the team relevant in the sense of identity, purpose, value.
Yeah. So
yes.
Absolutely. But I went off on a tangent again, but let's get back into the fix. So like I said, they had to extend it to game 5 because of those reasons that I stated. But the other thing too, glaringly obvious, superstars are supposed to get calls at home. I mean, we watched basketball long enough to see that superstars are supposed to get calls at home. Game 3, Luka got no calls. Why was that? They swallowed their whistles. That man got no calls. None. And then every foul he committed, it was far less worse than the ones that got committed on him. And
Isn't
the man
the same game he fouled out? Yeah.
That's the game he fouled out. How is one of your superstars, how are you allowing one of the faces of the league foul out?
Can't make it up, Joe.
I mean, if we're understanding the political narrative of the NBA, superstars don't foul out. They're not supposed to be sitting on the bench because they fouled out. Yeah. They're box office. These are the players people come to see, pay tickets for. They're the face of the franchise and also the face of the NBA. And you swallowed. What was up with that? You swallowing your whistle.
Something happened.
Something happened. Joe. Yeah, something happened. You see that, right?
Something happened.
Something happened. We've watched. I know you and I watched ball for years.
Yes.
And at some point we understood the political nature of it. Superstars don't foul out.
No.
What happened there?
Something went down.
Something went down. Yeah. What the hell happened? You fouled out in crunch time, no less.
Crunch time.
What was the final 3 minutes of the game?
Which was a bad call. Bad call.
Yeah.
You swallowed your whistle. You swallow your whistle on that play. You don't call foul with the game on the line on a superstar
Yeah,
for a
yeah,
ticky-tack foul.
yeah.
You let
You
that
call
ride.
ticky, you call ticky tacks. You call ticky tack fouls on him, and he's one of those players that try to draw fouls because he is slow boogie, and then
Yeah.
one of his tricks is to get to the line, up fakes, up fakes, double pumps, the causing the player to jump and land on him. Okay, so you're causing a foul. It is what it is. The player jumped and landed on his shoulder, on his chest, whatever. You don't call that.
Yeah, crazy.
You gotta call. I'm sorry, you gotta call that. That's the game. We watched the game long enough to know that. This is how some players do it. JB does it too. JB does it.
Yeah.
When we saw that throughout his playoff series. When he gets into a slump and he needs to get points on the board, he pulls out the tricks. He does.
Yeah.
He drives to the basket. Suddenly stops because he knows a defender's trailing him. He drives to the basket. Suddenly stops. Up fakes. Draws the foul. The defender has no choice to, run into him because he can't stop his speed. So he
Yeah.
ends up running into JB. He called a foul. They called a foul. Tweet. He goes to the line, gets himself going. JB is one of the superstars of the league. You know that. You don't swallow your whistle for that.
Yeah. No facts.
Yeah. So that
That
was
call.
yeah. So that was clearly conspiracy number. I don't know what happened in game 3 where Luka wasn't getting nothing on his home court, no less. I can see if it was in Boston. Then I'm like, yeah, well, it's in Boston. You know what I'm saying? But
Facts.
no, not in Dallas. But then game 4 came. So was there a meeting saying, oh no, we can't have this sweep?
Yeah. At the last second, they
Yeah,
realized they just messed up the ratings. So they gotta
yeah.
fix it.
Gotta fix it. Gotta fix it. Because
Because
both
if I'm correct, John, excuse me,
yeah,
if
I'm
I'm
sorry.
correct, I think at that point, not Caitlyn Jenner, Caitlin Clark's Fever team had more ratings than at this point the NBA Finals.
Mm-hmm.
And when you have the WNBA outrating the NBA Finals, that had to be the call.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, no, we got to fix this. We got to fix the ratings because this is our bread and butter.
Mm-hmm.
So
And the NBA is the bread and butter.
it is.
Because the NBA is still carrying the WNBA. The NBA is still subsidizing the WNBA to this day.
If you don't know, you now you do.
Now, if you don't know, now you know. It is what it is.
It is.
NBA subsidizes the WNBA. So we can't, yeah. So I get it. We can't have ratings lower than the WNBA. Because if our ratings are lower than the WNBA, then the WNBA is going to be FUCKED. So what do we do? Game 4. No, we can't. We got to extend this series.
Yep.
So game 4, the blowout. That the refs is calling everything now. Game
Yeah.
4. Refs is calling everything for Luka. Everything. And I didn't see the intense defensive effort that Boston put in that they was doing the first 3 games.
Yeah, you saw that, right?
Yeah, I peeped it. I saw the careless turnovers Drew Holiday was having.
Al Horford,
And
old man, not
yeah,
playing, resting.
yeah, right. KP now.
KP, yeah, KP not playing with the injury,
Yeah,
but the mysterious injury nonetheless.
right, right. And then the announcer says KP is not playing. KP won't play, but he's suited up and he'll go in if needed, if necessary. They said that. But he's not going to play. Like, what is going on here? What is going on here?
Yeah.
The obvious is obvious. You know what I mean?
Big time.
The obvious is obvious. And so I'm watching game 4 and I'm like, yeah, they're going to Boston. They're going to Boston. Somebody put the memo out.
Yeah.
They're going to Boston. They're going back to Boston and they want to close it out in Boston.
and we get it.
Yeah, yeah. But it's time. It's 2024. It's time to stop insulting people's intelligence.
Facts. That's what I was just about to say.
Yeah. So that's what it is. What's your assessment? What's your assessment of the finals? You feel the same? What were some of the things that you saw?
Listen, I dubbed it, especially that game 5. I really think it was boring.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know I'm probably going off topic, but I'm not. I watched the College World Series with more excitement. We had 3 walk-offs in the first opening round, or in the first opening weekend of College World Series, which came down to the 9th inning. If you don't know what a walk-off is, it's the 9th inning. The home team is up to bat, they're down, and they rally and they walk it off. I've seen more excitement there than I've seen in trying to watch the NBA Finals, where it was just like, this is sad. And then they tried to blame Kyrie at one point. So we retorted back to last season, Kyrie blaming him and he's not doing anything and Luka's doing this. I mean, it was like people were fishing. Like the storyline became gossip more than the game.
Right.
And and the gameplay, even though it was exciting, it was exciting because you had your moments, you had your runs, you had your stretches throughout the NBA Finals.
Yeah.
But you kind of knew that Boston would take it. Like if you didn't know, and you're living under a rock somewhere.
Yeah, you know.
You know what I'm saying, John?
You know. Yeah.
So, but Jason Tatum, not to be denied though, his first championship, salute to that man, because he put in a lot of work since he's been in the league. And that's why I say with what he did last year, it was he had an upward trajectory to this season. And he didn't disappoint. So I salute him for that. Jaylen Brown also, with his hard work, nose grinding and just laying it out on the floor, the garden floor, the night in and night out in the NBA playoffs. Listen, you knew it was something special for Boston.
Yeah.
But it was also predictable. You know what I mean? I don't think the Mavs had any business there. I think at one point they believed that the LA Clippers were supposed to be there and not the Mavs. If not, if it's not the Clippers, then definitely Denver. Right? But I don't know. Their magic ended again against Minnesota.
Yeah.
So I think they're done. There's no repeat or coming back. I think they were one of those teams that's one and done. Because I don't see that team making it back to the finals. But although they will be a powerhouse in the playoffs and during the season.
Yes.
But like I said, I enjoyed the playoffs. I enjoyed the play. I enjoyed basketball. But I wasn't excited. I wasn't excited.
Overall.
Overall, I really wasn't.
About the finals or NBA playoffs?
The finals.
Was it tough or just
the finals? The NBA playoffs was dynamic.
Yeah, it was.
My gosh,
it was dope. It was dope. Yeah,
it was story after story.
Yeah, it was dope. Yeah.
But when you get to the final 2 teams, there's not much of a story there. It's just let's watch it to see what we see. And I really didn't see nothing that surprised me.
I agree, 100%. 100%.
I really didn't. I mean, there's really no story there other than Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, and you knew KP. You're happy depending on which side of the fence you are on his side. Either you're happy for him or you're like, oh, whatever.
Yep.
So, and the unfortunate thing is Dallas, who had KP, who had JB, who lost everything, the storyline for them is they made it to the NBA Finals. They tanked one season and made it back, and with a draft pick and some great play between Kyrie and Luka.
Yeah.
Tim Hardaway woke up finally. Junior.
Tim Jr.
One game.
Yeah, watching Tim Jr. was a disappointment to me because I expected Tim Jr. to be the third option. And that game where he lit it up was during garbage time. So for me, I wasn't really impressed. I was definitely surprised and disappointed that Tim Jr. didn't show up. I really expected more from him. He's a solid player. He's a talented dude. I remember when he was a first round pick for the Knicks, and my prophecy was unfulfilled. I saw the talent because I remember Tim Jr. from Michigan. You know what I'm saying? I remember him. I seen him play in Michigan. He was sick with it. You know what I'm saying? The jumper was crazy. You know what I mean? That was crazy. His father had the handles, but he had the jumper, which I find that interesting. But when he came to the Knicks, I was like, we got an all-star. And I remember when our earlier shows when he first got drafted, I said in 4 years Tim Jr. will be an all-star. Boy, was I wrong with that one. I was wrong with that one, man. I was wrong with that one. But because you notice, yeah, granted he had some injuries, but with the injuries came with the inconsistencies, so he didn't quite bounce back. But fast forward to now, the man was non-existent.
Yeah.
The man was non-existent. And so he does something on garbage. He drops 15 in garbage time. I'm like, yeah, all right. But where was this?
Right.
You know what I mean? So that was disappointing to see. So, and what's crazy is that Tim Jr. is a vet now. He's in his mid-30s. Kyrie's in his mid-30s. So
but you don't play like it.
No, well,
he shows glimpses of fountain of youth, but
but he didn't. But he wasn't. He was up and down this series.
He was.
I put it like that. He was up and down. The series prior, the T-Wolf series, lit.
That's what I'm saying.
Lit it up.
John, that's what I'm saying. Like, the playoffs was nothing short of spectacular.
Yeah.
It was just the finals. The finals just wasn't it.
Yeah.
I think if you put Minnesota against Boston, you would have definitely seen excitement. Who wouldn't pay for that?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Anthony Edwards?
Yeah, Ant-Man wouldn't have went out like that.
Nah. Listen, there would have been a lot of headbanging. Pause.
Yeah. Ant-Man
Cat would have showed up a little bit, but Ant-Man would have told him, look, pass the ball. What are you doing? Shut up and play ball. Let's go.
Cat would have had to stop shooting them threes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because he would have been, because old man Horford would have been on him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So he would have had to bang with old man Horford. Yeah,
speaking of which.
Yeah.
No, speaking of which. Oh, go ahead, Joe. I'm sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, I think old man Horford is done. I think this is his sign-out year. I think he's going to try to play another season. I don't think he's going to make it.
Yeah. I mean, it's a signature end to his solid career. I mean, I remember him from Florida. Him playing with Noah. That front court was crazy, and he had a stellar career. And so now, if he does decide to retire, it's a dope way to go out on top, go out with that ring. You got a ring, you good money.
Yeah.
In terms of keeping it on the basketball level, the Celtics are just a powerhouse, man.
Too much.
They had scoring options from 1 through 7, literally.
And it ain't over.
Yeah.
They still got a young squad to pose a threat next season. They're not
Yeah.
going to be like Denver at all.
Yeah.
They're going to come back stronger next year
Yeah.
with key pieces.
Yeah. They got guys that could score.
Yeah.
They got a bench that could produce. So
And they got a coach who manages their minutes properly.
shout out to Joe Mazzulla too, man.
You got to give it to him after a blundering first season.
Yeah. Salute.
He came back and
Yeah.
managed this season well. Go ahead. I'm sorry, Joe.
Yeah, no, I was gonna point out the irony of this whole situation. So, Boston is known as a racist town. Um, predominantly white fans. I'm sure there's black people that root for Boston, black people from Boston that root for Boston, just for the sake that they're from Boston. But you see games in Boston. It's predominantly white fans, and it's been known to be a racist town. Bill Russell has spoken about it amongst other players. But the irony is that aside from Red Auerbach,
Blue Hawks, Blue Cats, that era.
is it I confused Red Auerbach with Red Holtzman. I think it's Red Auerbach.
Yeah, it is. It's Red Auerbach.
Yeah, aside from Red Auerbach, all the championships that they won were coached by black men.
KC, right? KC, what was it? KC Jones?
Casey Jones, Doc.
Doc.
Now Joe, and even Bill Russell. Bill Russell was a player coach.
Yeah, oh, yeah. The irony there, right?
Yeah. All the championships led by black men in old Boston.
Hey, maybe a tiger can change his stripes.
I mean,
in certain certain roles,
Yeah, it's yeah, and in addition, the star. Well, it's not really irony, but I find it interesting that the face of Boston, like the number one option,
yeah,
was always a forward.
Oh yeah,
it was always a forward.
Kevin Garnett.
Yeah, but yeah, Paul
Pierce, Larry Bird.
It was either led by a swingman or a power forward. So yeah, you got Bird and McHale.
Bird and McHale, Parrish.
You got Pierce and Garnett.
And Allen.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Well, not even well, Ray Allen was a two. But I'm just saying
I see what you're saying forwards.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And now Tatum and Brown, forwards.
Yeah.
Tatum's a swingman, and JB's the four.
Which is interesting. That is kind of like an irony for you.
Yeah. So it's interesting. Like that those positions were always the cornerstones.
Very nostalgic, Ja. Very nostalgic.
Yeah, you know what I mean? The
very nostalgic point.
Yeah, the small forward and the power forward were always pivotal positions in the success of the Boston Celtics. I find that real interesting. I mean, there was definitely role players and important pieces but that's always been the tradition of Boston, having real important pieces to surround those two pivotal positions, though. You know what I mean?
So I guess that's where, if Boston met up with the Lakers in the finals, it would be on the Lakers side. It would have to be point guard and power forward.
Right. Well, a guard and a forward.
Yeah, a guard and a forward. Yeah.
Yeah, because in the head-to-heads, that's where they dominate.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Because LA is forward and kind of a center in LeBron and AD.
Yeah. That ain't quite work out for them. That's not their formula.
Not at all. Not at all.
You know what I'm saying?
And you can't have a player
Yeah.
as LeBron dominate the way he does, and the coach not dominate at all. Usually, the Lakers, their main dominance always relied on the head coach.
Sure.
And how he game planned. Phil Jackson, Pat Riley.
Yeah. That's right. That's right.
So,
yeah. So your overall assessment of this NBA season, I mean, from start to finish, what's your overall assessment, bro? The NBA season, the play-in tournament, your overall assessment.
I could do with that. Take it or leave the play-in, I'll leave. But it looks like it's here to stay, so I'll deal with it. But the overall season was very good, very good. Because you seen the next generation of players, like you seen who's going to carry the torch to keep this game exciting and billable. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I remember one point, I felt like get through the NBA season. Oh, it was tough. It was tough, man.
Yeah.
It was tough it was grueling to watch because it was too predictable. It's like, oh my gosh, man. Listen, we talking about LeBron, we talking about Miami Heat, we're talking about Chicago. Well, Chicago Bulls was exciting. It was must-see TV back then because you knew their rivalry was with New York. You know that New Jersey with excitement basketball with Jason Kidd, but there was a point there where the NBA season was just like, oh, I could take it or leave it. I'm done. But this season actually showed me the potential of the NBA, the league, if the refs swallow their whistle and let these boys play.
Right.
Gotta let them play. You gotta let them cook. And going into the playoffs was nothing short of that. I mean, it was excitement.
Yeah.
John, you heard us every week in, week out. You heard us talking about Ant-Man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
John, so when was the last time you was ever excited about an NBA season, not an NBA team? It's been a while.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I could do without the All-Star weekend or that. I think they need to do something with that. It's starting to get trash.
All-Star weekend was trash. Agree 100%. All-Star weekend was trash. They may have to do away with the dunk contest because we done seen them all already. The fact that you got to bring in outsiders to try to keep the dunk contest exciting, and they don't even play in the league. I don't know about that one.
Yeah.
Skills competition is dope.
Yeah.
But if you're gonna do the actual All-Star game, compete, man.
Yeah. I remember when AI and Kobe used to go at it.
Yeah. The 2001 All-Star game was the best All-Star game I've seen. The best.
Hands down.
The best. Classic. Instant classic.
Because it wasn't about just, oh, I'm gonna come in here, we're gonna blow y'all out. We're gonna do dunk contests in between. It was like, yo, we want to win.
Yeah. That was a real game right there. And that was definitely a classic. AI and Steph led the East. You know what I'm saying? Down to the wire. Steph hit them rainbow threes. That was crazy.
Yo, I was at the edge of my seat yelling. Yo!
Yep.
And I was around town that I was coaching. So the kids that I was coaching at the time, shout out to them. They used to come in the gym and they were hyped.
Yeah.
They were hyped. So that that was the era, the magical era of basketball. And I feel like we're getting back to that with these new players, especially the players coming out of college.
Yeah. Well, let's hope, man, because that whole That actual basketball where it was 211 to like 189 or whatever the case it was. That was like, come on, man. Seriously? Like, y'all proud of that? You scored over 200 points.
Yeah, it
Both
was
teams scored,
trash.
you know what I'm saying? Like, y'all just sitting there compete, man. That's what we want to see. We want to see the competition.
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of people just turned off the TV.
Yeah, it got I mean at halftime it was like 100 to 100 or something like that. Like,
Yeah,
y'all gotta come with it. I mean, I understand y'all trying to relax, y'all trying to play relax. But you got selected to be an all-star. You're gonna
yeah.
have to show your skills. You know what
I,
I'm
would-
saying?
it doesn't have the
Play some
same
defense
zen.
too, though.
Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. It lost its flair, its zen. It lost it. And
Yeah,
they
definitely
always
got a little.
tweaking it. Every quarter is the start of a new quarter, or start of a new game. And then at the end they add up the points. Come on, man. No, don't nobody got time for arithmetics.
Yeah. I remember the year that you're talking about when they did that. Yeah, they're doing some tally, and
Yeah,
if you score, whoever makes this point before the other team makes that point wins the
yeah.
game, and the charity gets this amount of money. I was like, yeah, that's cute and all. You doing it for the kids and the community, but I was
Yeah. Miss me.
like,
Miss me. Listen, you want to make
yeah,
an all-star game, an all-star game? Listen, go old school.
yeah,
Go old school.
yeah. That gotta go. That gotta be old school.
Yeah. Shoot.
Uh,
Do something crazy. Take it outdoors.
something.
Find a baseball stadium or football stadium, put the game outside
Yeah,
in warm weather somewhere, and let them street ball.
yeah, for sure. Man, it's crazy.
But
It's
yeah,
crazy. But yeah, man. But Chef,
yes, sir.
listen, time has flown by, man. Time has flown by.
I can't believe it's been over an hour already.
It has flown by, brother. It has flown by.
Can't
I don't
believe it. Can't believe it, bro. I feel like we just started. You
I
know what I
know. I know.
mean?
I know. That's what happens when we engage heavy in conversations. It
No,
just
no doubt.
goes
I
by.
don't know if it was the drink that's popping over here. I don't know. Some West Indian rum I made up. So I don't know what's
Okay.
popping, bro.
Yeah. Oh my God.
I
But
don't know what's
listen,
popping.
but listen, folks, this is the end of our season. Yes. We thank you for your support. We thank you for watching. And we'll be back come training camp to discuss football. We're gonna have some guests that is gonna share their insight on football. New season coming along. Come back in August. We'll be back in August
Yeah.
and we'll be back excited. And so stay tuned. But as you're doing that, as we take our little break, log on to our website, check out the stories, www.wgisports.com. Check out our stories. Follow us on Instagram at wgisports.com. Follow us there. We're gonna keep the stories popping. So it's still no rest. We're gonna still have things going and cooking. So you want getting any information, just go on there and check it out. We'll have the latest and greatest for you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So again, we thank you.
Yep.
And once again, on behalf of the chef, it's your boy, the drum major. Always want to tell you, and never forget, whatever you do, make sure you love what you do so you can embrace the grind. WGI Sports. Yeah, God.
Till
See you in training
August.
camp.
Yeah. Oh, and by the way,
Yeah.
yeah, we are locked in with the NFL. So check out. We got a Twitter feed linked up with the NFL that we're partnered up with them, and
Yep.
so they'll be spitting a lot of information because I have a funny feeling, John. I'm gonna make another prediction. The
Okay.
NFL season is going to be bananas, baby.
You
It's
already know.
going to be bananas.
You already
It's
know.
already started.
I know.
The drama's already started, John.
I know. I know. I know. I know. But speaking of which, definitely before we go, we gotta pay our respects to some legends who passed away, especially today, the great Willie Mays.
Yes, sir.
He has transitioned. He is now an ancestor.
Yes.
Rest in peace to him. One of the greatest, one of the best to ever do it.
Facts.
Also, sadly, Mr. Logo himself,
Yes.
Jerry West,
Jerry West.
who has also transitioned. Rest easy, Mr. West. Thank you for your contributions to this world and in the sports arena.
Yes.
He is the Logo, Mr. Logo,
Mr. Basketball.
Mr. Basketball. He is no longer with us. So salute to Jerry West. Also, big man, throw it down, big man, throw it down. Yes. The big man himself, the redhead,
Mr. Walton.
yes, the jolly redhead, Bill Walton,
Yes.
has transitioned as well.
Yes.
Uh, as he says, to quote his words, "Rest easy, big man, rest easy." You know.
Yes.
And last but definitely not least, one of the strongest men to ever play in the NFL,
Cool.
the legendary Larry Allen from the legendary 90s Cowboys, multi-Super Bowl champion, played alongside Irving, Aikman, Smith, um, Darryl Johnson, all of the Dion, um, all those guys. Larry Allen was part of that crew. He's also no longer with us. So big man, rest easy to all those legends, and that's it.
That's it.
Yes, sir.
That's it.
Yes, sir. So till
Peace.
next time.
Yep.
See you in August.
Peace.